Oh, Josh, you fucked up.
There you go.
Oh, Josh.
It didn't work.
You know what? You blew it. Now it's just playing on your thing. Oh my gosh, Josh.
This is a Variety Sports Network production. Now to your host.
Josh fucked up. Do it live. No, it's fine.
You
it's
had
fine,
me
it's
do
fine.
something new. That's your fault.
You pressed it twice. It was working fine. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Now
gosh,
blurry.
Josh. Yep, now you're blurry. Well, another fuck up. Josh is 2 strikes away from being fired. No, kidding. My name is Logan Stone. Welcome to the 7th inning. You didn't need to get all excited about it. Good Lord. When was the last time you were? Maybe I need to pay for you to like go on a date with your wife. You got a little too feminine right there. You're like, woo.
Well, I was trying to be you. Okay, did you ever watch the WWE growing up?
No.
Okay, so there's
I was
this
too
guy
busy.
called Paul Bearer. He was the Undertaker's manager. So that was my Paul Bearer impression.
Oh, yeah. I was too busy
Aaron,
getting
do you know what I'm
bitches.
talking about?
I definitely know who you're talking about.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
He's kind of one of those names in my house where if I say it, honestly, it's like an inside joke with my wife. I used to it's such a stupid name to me. I used to mention it all the time. So to me, it's hilarious that you actually mentioned it with me on the air. It's so random that you mentioned it. That's how funny it is to me.
That was where I was coming from. I was like, I can't get high pitched as him, but
I'll help you out. I know he was with Kane, Undertaker. I'll help you out here a little bit. Logan didn't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna help you out a little bit. There you go.
I always liked the Mr. Tutti Frutti, fresh and fruity. But anyways, this is not we don't do that crap here. This is 7th inning stretch, so we are previewing the big cheese, the big series, the World Series. Ooh, I like that one. We are previewing it. It's Phillies. It's the Astros. No one was really questioning on if it was going to be the Astros or not, but it is what it is, and we are going to talk about it because it is Taco Wednesday. Josh, let's hear some thoughts. You know, the Phillies won the series, the NLCS. Bryce Harper, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Darren, but I think last time I said someone was going to get a home run to win the game, and that was going to tip the scales.
Well,
I don't think
call it. I will give you that. You did call that.
Did I?
I believe somebody else called. I think Adam might have called Ryan Hoskins and he home run. I believe in the game as well. But he did deliver the big home run, the clutch home run for the Phillies.
If I didn't, you tell me.
No, I believe you did call. I remember you calling Harper as the MVP. You did call it.
I don't think I said Harper, did I?
I believe you did.
I think we listed 3 guys we thought it could be: Wheeler, Harper, or Schwarber.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's old tobacco. Okay then. Anyways, yeah. What did we think of that last game to send them to the World Series?
I asked for I asked for one day of 2 good baseball games, and I got it. So I was happy.
Yeah,
but it was nuts.
It was a good baseball game. I mean, it came down. What could you ask for? Down to the 9th inning or 8th inning, one of the best players in baseball actually delivers in that moment, right there in the clutch, and then you have it come down to the last inning. I mean, a very controversial inning in some ways with the era we're in now, where Grissom's bunting with 1 out, and then you have Nola swinging on the first pitch when they're bringing in a starting pitcher to start that inning. Mm-hmm. A lot of drama to me coming into that last game. It was to me it was good. It was tough. You had football, all these other sports. You had to be on your sports game that day. It was good stuff.
Football is trash now.
The NFL can be, yes.
Cooper Rush is no longer Kurt Warner. He's not given the chance to be Kurt Warner. Anyways, this is not football talk. Good Lord, Josh. Quit trying to steer me in the wrong direction. Yeah.
You know which direction I'm going to steer you.
Oh, hey now. But yeah, Bryce Harper, a lot of those people came out of the woodwork and was like, talk about an underrated player. And then everyone was like, I mean, he's being paid $27 million a year. And he's just to be put up the production that he has been putting up. That's pretty good. And the owner of the Phillies, I can't remember what his name was. He was saying, I didn't think I would ever be able to say I could pay someone, $27 million a year and underpay them, but I'm underpaying for you. And let's be honest, when you compare him to like some of the other stars, Mike Trout's getting paid $35 million. He hasn't won a World Series or hasn't won a game. Shohei Ohtani is getting paid $30 million a year. He's never won a game in the playoffs. So there are some of these players. And Aaron Judge, he's probably going to be MVP this year, and he's probably going to be paid $50 million this year or next year. So
Can I say something about Aaron Judge real quick?
Okay.
I know we're talking World Series and the Yankees are out. Yes.
I hate you.
But if I was Aaron Judge, after the treatment I received in the playoffs, I would sign anywhere else and go play for somebody else. I don't care if it'd be Toronto or Boston or Baltimore, anywhere where I can go see the Yankees the most I can in the season and smash home runs in their ballpark and make their fans eat it for booing me after the season I just had and I had a bad series.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
wherever he goes, it don't matter.
I feel like some of the fans were right in their judgment, and that's another topic for another day. I feel like not just towards him. I mean towards the entire team because
I'm talking just him specifically.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean he was also not doing too great. And at first I was thinking,
human being.
I get
the
it.
Dude had one of the best offensive seasons in the history of the MLB, and he got cold. It happens. He's a human. He's not a machine.
But like what you said the other just 10 minutes ago with Jeff Albert, if you're not able to handle getting booed when you're doing bad, then you don't need to be in the game. And I think Jeff
Albert walked away like a crybaby girl. Picked up his basketball and went home.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my point of it. Darren, what do you think of this whole? I mean, we can talk about Aaron Judge if you want to. If you want to talk about Bryce Harper, that would be preferable. But whatever you want. It's
I think
all our shows.
To me, it's an interesting World Series because you got the 1 seed, right? The true 1 seed. And then you have this theory that I kind of had, like I hate the idea of the 6 seed getting into the playoffs. Hate it. Because they've been the third best team in the division. You're telling me after 162 games, they get the shot at the thing. Something about it just doesn't sit well with me. But they get that shot, right? So you have this complete opposite thing. But to the Phillies' credit, they got hot late. And to me, there's the star power involved. You have like a lot of storylines, and that's what to me makes the World Series go. You got the Astros with all their good players. You got Baker that hasn't trying to win a World Series for the first time, and then you got Harper who came over to the Phillies very, got a lot of heat that first couple of years. It's easy to forget about that stuff, right? Like time goes by, but he took a lot of crap for that at the beginning as well. And then I got to give Wheeler credit. He's come back from his injuries, and he looks really locked in this playoffs. He's got a below 2 ERA. Nola, you still have to respect. He does have the blow-up game once in a while. When I say blow-up, I mean 4 to 5 runs. That can cost you big time in a playoff game easily. So
yeah,
I still question the Phillies bullpen in a series like this against the Astros that can win in so many different ways.
Yeah, I'll get into the Astros in a second, but it was just like I've been saying, they get paid to do all this stuff. I will push back on you though. The 6 seed. The thing was that they were trying to give the number 1 and 2 seeds like an advantage, and it seems like no matter what kind of advantage they try to give them, they gave the Cardinals and the I don't remember who the other team was. Oh, the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
They gave them, the advantage. No, not the Blue Jays. The oh my gosh, how am I forgetting this?
Yeah, but Logan,
Guardians.
you can't give that. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. But like at the same time, like if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna play 162 freaking games, then why are you playing a 5-game series against a team that got a 60? Make it a 7-game series and make their ass have to earn it. That's the part that pisses me off.
Oh,
When
okay.
you play such a long season and you reward this team like the Phillies that get in with a hot September and they earn it in such a short series. That doesn't sit well with me in something like that for baseball. NBA, give me the 5-game series. Baseball, I want a little bit more longevity. That's why they moved the wild card from 1 game to 3 games, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that I just don't like it. That's just how I feel about
Okay.
it. But to the Phillies' credit, they still played their ass off and they got to the World Series, and you have to give them credit for that. And they're a hot team, and in baseball, as you guys know, as Cardinals fans,
Yeah,
that can take you a long way.
We saw that with the 2014 Giants.
Need that too.
Fuck you, no, I'm sorry, Tyler.
He's in Hawaii.
But yeah, big on the Phillies. I mean, I understand that. I don't know. I feel like it's not like intentional. Like the Major League Baseball was not wanting a Phillies World Series. Honestly, they would have rather seen the Dodgers. I think, right? I think they would have rather seen
definitely
Yankees,
they would Dodgers
Yankees
Yankees, right? Always Dodgers Yankees.
Yeah. Even Cardinals Yankees to a certain extent, just because of the historic significance of that. Tyler even says every team is taking the first round bye. If asked at the beginning of the year, it is an advantage. Yeah, it is an advantage. It just seems like it hasn't been working out. It seems like because even the Phillies, they were not doing well. They did not do well the last 2 weeks of the season. They almost got beat by the Brewers.
Yeah,
surpassed by the Brewers. So
in the last 10 games.
Yeah, and so and then they just decided to destroy the Cardinals and all my hopes and dreams. But it's okay. But it's just weird. It's like they weren't even hot. Like the Cardinals in 2011, they were hot in 2011, or they were hot the last month, and then they just beat a really good Phillies team, and then, they just kind of rode that wave all the way to the World Series. It's just weird. It like no matter how much you try to help, the teams that deserve it, more, it seems like it doesn't even matter. Like the hotter team is going to win no matter what. Also, the Dodgers just suck in October. It's a proven fact. We all know this. Dodgers can
They do.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, Phillies doing really well. Good job. Nola's getting the start for Game 1, which is interesting to me. Did Wheeler start Game 4, 5? I guess.
Yeah, he started that last.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I kind of hope he comes in at Game 2. Feels like he would have to, right?
Yeah, he's Game 2 starter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nola's 1, he's 2. So the Phillies got a good 1-2 punch. After that's where it gets a little bit more nerve-wracking, I would think, right? That's what I would think.
Yeah, like Ranger Suarez, he's been doing okay, adequate.
Yeah.
I wonder if Syndergaard's going to get a little bit of some leeway in Game 3 or Game 4 or 5. I wonder if he's going to, because it seems like they're going to do a bullpen game again. I wonder if Syndergaard gets because Fanter or whatever his name was, Proctor, was not doing well. He only got 2 outs. But
that was not a good out.
No. Yeah. But anyways, let's switch over to the other side, the AL. Astros beat the Yankees, sweep them. This is the big question, I think, is are the Astros just so dominant? Like I don't think they're as dominant as their record shows. They're 7-0?
Yeah.
I don't think they're as dominant as they've shown. And so I think
why do you say
that? Just because you look at Game 1, I think that was the Bregman home run, right? The 3-run home run. That was the only offense they had that game. It just the offense just didn't seem to be doing that well against the mediocre Yankees rotation.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it seemed I don't know. It just seems.
Josh, don't you trust the Astros lineup? I feel like I think. What do you think, Josh? I'm curious to get Josh's thoughts on this.
Yeah, Josh.
On if the Astros are that good.
Yeah. Like, I mean, do you think they're the favorite here? Because, I mean, their lineup against the Phillies, you would think is just as equal, right? If not better. Then they're throwing out way more pitching arms than the Phillies can. The Phillies can't throw that many arms out.
I said this the other day. It's going to be bats versus arms. And typically my theory is pitching wins in the playoffs. But I don't know, man. With the way Nola and Wheeler have been pitching, I mean, if you go into Houston, if the Phillies go into Houston and somehow take 1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2? Oh,
if
somehow
in the gloves, not like
somehow they take 1 and 2.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. They can throw Nola and Wheeler again and win 4 out of 7. I mean, it could happen. Could. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But are the Astros as good as they look or as their record says they are? I don't know. I think the Yankees hit an ice patch and they just slipped and fell right on their tuchuses, and they looked horrible. So I'm going to say the Astros aren't as good as their record says they are, but you are what your record says you are. So take that how you want.
Well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think this is going to be a different kind of series as long as the Phillies show up. The Phillies, the hot hand, they're playing with house money. The Astros have all the pressure on them to win it. So I don't know, man. If the Phillies bats stay hot and they keep getting those timely hits like they've been getting, I mean, they've been getting timely hits and they've been putting runs together and having big innings. I don't know. This should be a lot of fun for a World Series.
It's good.
It really should be.
And the Astros have that short little left field.
And I maybe it's just because I'm looking at. Oh. Sorry, my thing went out of sync for a second there. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, snap.
Oh, look who
Adam's
decided to show up.
What's up, Adam? Oh, nope. Oh,
Psych.
Josh. Yeah. Josh, I swear, Josh, sometimes
I'm the producer here. Let me bring him in.
Okay. We're having a little lovers quarrel right now. But anyways, the thing to me is like
lover quarrels.
Adam looks like he's 12 years old tonight. What's wrong with this guy?
Okay. Anyways,
I trimmed it off, dude. I went to a wedding, dude.
Yeah, but your ear. Never mind. I'm not gonna be mean.
Yeah, but now it's growing back like a fucking werewolf. It looks all fucked up. Like now it's like starting to grow like underneath my eyes and shit. And I'm like, what the hell?
Well, when you got your ball cap on, your ears look like this, and you got no facial hair, so you're just disproportional.
I don't.
It happens, right?
I still love you, man. I'm just saying.
Okay, then. Well, that was interesting. Anyway,
yeah, welcome, guys. How we doing?
Good.
Yeah, man.
We're talking about the World Series, and I don't think
asshole already for 30 seconds in.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, you shaved your face. Ah.
Yeah, he attributes a lot of things to like the beard. Like if you shave your face, you're like a baby, and you're like, oh, I don't know. Josh doesn't like it. Anyways, the Astros.
You lose your man card until you get your facial hair back. That's the rule.
Okay, then.
It don't look that bad.
Anyways, you guys both look beautiful in the sight of the Lord.
Thanks,
which is
buddy.
me in this case. So shut the fuck up. No, last year, the Astros beat the Red Sox, and I believe it was the Rays, to get to the World Series. And the Red Sox and the Rays were not doing too hot at that time, and they ended up losing to the Braves in last year's World Series. So I don't know. I just feel like the Astros' dominance is just more of how weak the AL has been lately. Adam, we were just talking about the Astros going to the World Series. I don't think they're as good as they look or as the record shows, even though they're 7-0. What are your thoughts on them going into the World Series?
Well, unfortunately, we still have our ugliness of them being in our division at one time. So we're fuck these guys still.
Yeah. I still look at them as the little children who, lost 110 games in 2011 and 12.
But you look at it now and go, they're in a weak division. They're in the West. They've learned how to run tables in the West. And they have it working for them. I mean, they're obviously doing something right if they're still playing in the end of October.
For 4 times in 6 years. I mean,
yes.
They won 106 games and then won 7-0. What more do you need from them, Logan?
I don't know. I'm not.
This team is
like during the season they were dominant. It just seems like during the playoffs they kind of pull the Dodgers, but whereas they kind of luck out, whereas the Dodgers kind of get beat by the NL team. I mean, last year the Braves beat the Astros. The year before that, the Dodgers beat the Rays. The year before that, the Nationals beat the Astros. Red Sox finally won one. They beat the Dodgers in 18, but they were cheating. I think in 17, the Astros won that, but they were cheating. So I mean, a true AL team has not won since the Royals.
The Royals. Who knew? Who knew? That's a fun fact right there.
So
I like that one.
I'm just saying, it just.
I'm just kind of giving you a bet. I'm kind of giving you a bet too, trying to fight back a little bit. I'm like,
I understand.
I mean, I see this team year in, year out, and they're pitching this year. I think they're underestimating the depth of their bullpen compared to their other years.
Oh yeah,
their bullpen's really deep this year with Montero, and they got Payne. They got some Abreu's good.
Their starters are really good.
No, but you're right. A team can get struck, hit right away, hit right in the gut. There could be a gut punch, and that happens.
And it's not really the pitching that worries me. It's more of the lineup, honestly. Yeah. Gurriel, he hasn't seemed to be doing well. Altuve couldn't hit a beach ball. Honestly, it seemed like, even though it's about 10 times bigger than him.
Yes.
And so Bregman has been doing really well, which is good. Yordan Alvarez is kind of doing well. Not really since the ALDS, right?
That kind of makes you nervous, I would think, if you're a Phillies fan.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true, because the Phillies bullpen, they could be exploited by all that. They could be exploited by Yordan Alvarez, and he could hit 4 home runs and 4 at bats. Honestly, I don't know. It just it really worries me about this Astros team. Josh, do you have any extra thoughts on this at the moment, or?
I mean, we basically covered everything and everywhere that I'm at when it comes to this subject at the point. I mean, the Astros, like I said, I don't think they're as good as their record says they are. I think they got lucky. Yeah. They've had a good run. They didn't play the strongest competition in the playoffs, which being the 1 seed, you're not supposed to have to. They are in a weak division, like Adam said, and they've learned how to run that division up and take advantage of the other team's missteps and bad fortunes and everything else. I think the number 1 overall seed has a very good chance of getting upset by the last seed in the tournament, for lack of a better way to say it.
Well, let's move on to the World Series, because what do we see going on because Josh, you said it's going to be arms versus bats, really, which is probably the truth. The hottest team in the game is the Phillies right now, it seems like. Even though, right? Or Darren, do you agree with that?
The Phillies are the hottest team, yeah. Considering their month of October or their month of September, yes.
Yeah.
As well. Astros are undefeated in the playoffs, so
that is true. That is true. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, Bryce Harper has found it. Rhys Hoskins has listened to Ryan, our friend, and he has said, "Fuck you, Ryan. I'm gonna hit 5 home runs or whatever in this series."
I'm gonna bat that second hole and make you like me, bitch.
Is Ryan superstitious?
Well, I mean, he's not coming on. Is there a theme here? Is he not coming on?
No, I think he got distracted.
I'm messing around.
You had
Yeah.
a date again.
I don't think he's superstitious. I think he is a little stitious though. Kind of
Well,
like
if this
how
is anything like the last time these two teams met back in '80, where it went, well, they only played 5, but 4 of the 5 games went all extra innings.
That's right. That's a crazy stat. Too.
That works to Houston's advantage.
back when Pete
Astrodome?
Rose was the Astrodome, and apparently that's still around.
It is.
I
It's
didn't know
still
the-
standing. It's a
Yeah.
monumental. It's a monumental.
Come on.
I've been
It's still
I've been to
standing,
Houston
yes.
like
On
15
May
times.
4th, they set up a couple of Star Wars figures inside it and started taking pictures.
That's weird.
That's the only reason I know, because that's when I did my Astros conversation, and I was like, "Did you see all these?" And yeah, like it was pretty cool.
Logan's in Texas, and he doesn't even know the Astrodome's still there.
I thought it was. Well, I guess I knew it was still there, but because I watched a documentary on it, but I guess it's still just a glorified storage facility now. But yeah,
It's monumental,
Rose-
though. It's still standing.
That's why.
Sure.
Astrodome. I love it.
double Astrodome. Anyways, yeah. So, but the Astros, I mean, obviously they have Justin Verlander, not MVP, Cy Young this year, Framber Valdez, who's probably runner-up, top 3, Garcia, Javier, who hit the Yankees, which isn't something to snooze at. No, he no-hit him in 7 innings, and then they took him out, and then they ended up getting 1 hit.
And the Yankees were hitting, every player on the Yankees was hitting like 200, 225 or less that whole series.
Yeah. So, I mean, that and like Darren has said, that team, I mean, that pitching is amazing. So,
Well, how about like what was it? 11 of the 21 hits the Yankees had were all home runs.
yeah.
That's still crazy. I don't care what anyone says. That is some crazy shit.
Yeah, and about half of them was coming off of Harrison fucking Bate or whatever. Anyways, so what are our predictions? Is there something that you expect to happen? I would like to hear that, and then I want to hear what you think. Who wins in what in the certain amount of games? Adam, let's start with you.
I'm going Phillies in 6.
Yes, I love it.
Good job.
I'm feeling crazy.
Do you have a thought like something's going to happen, or like is there something that
No,
you
I
expect
hope
to
we
happen?
just have. I just hope we have normal, good baseball.
I hope so too, honestly.
I mean,
You got a lot of runs. That last time you wanted a lot of runs in that Phillies Padres game. Remember, I was on with you. The next day you got it. So you keep calling your shot, man. You keep doing
I
it.
want the roof closed for Aaron Boone's sake.
For the love of God, close the roof. For the love
Aaron
of God.
Boone is going to freak out if they close the roof. Honestly,
Gosh, what a that was my.
Well, they did it the last time the World Series was there.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's been a what was the Roger Clemens years.
Who?
The argument was they had to close the roof for the World Series, but it was open during like the divisional games.
Oh,
So this roof thing is not anything uncontroversial. It was just funny hearing someone say the roof was open and that's why that ball didn't get out of here.
that's so stupid. Josh, what do you think? Do you have a prediction? And who's going to win and how many games?
Well, since Adam stole my prediction, I've been wrong.
I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. Great
Only
minds
two
think alike.
teams. You gotta do something.
That's what you
Uh,
get for taking a shit on his beard.
Whoa.
I mean, the lack thereof.
Listen, no one taking a shit on no beard here, buddy.
He ain't got what shit on.
Right. That's why you're not taking a shit on my face and your balls ain't getting anywhere near my chin either.
Okay,
Man, you
then.
took that way too far, brother.
Well, fucking, you're talking about shitting on my chin.
Actually, you brought it up. I was trying
Shit
to
on Anyways, okay then, Josh.
Who's running this thing?
I don't know anymore.
I'm gonna take Phillies in 7.
Mike Schmidt will be at the game on Sunday, games 3 and 4.
Did you really have to use that name right now?
Monday.
Well, I guess he's traveling to Philly on Sunday, whatever. I was just reading up on shit. And here was a stat that was forced. Did anyone read this? On both teams, there's not one U.S. black person.
Yeah, man, there's
This was made a like newspaper clipping, and I was reading it, and I'm like, this is so dumb.
Yeah, Dusty
Okay.
Baker, I guess, be the manager.
Yeah, I was gonna
I don't
say.
care. Like we're playing baseball. We're
Yeah,
not
they're baseball
caring
players. I
who's
don't
white
care
or
what they
black.
look like or where they come from.
It was the AP news.
I can't
Well,
wait till
that's
Lloyd
why.
gets in. Anyways, Darren, the moment of truth. Josh has been trying to pry it out of you all day.
You guys are just bitter about those Astros, and I can sense it. The vengeance is there, and I'm with you on it. But I'm going to take the Astros in 5. I think they're the better team. The only way I see them losing this game is a gut punch, game 1 loss. They get somehow blow a game, something like that. Maybe Philly stays on that wave, but I just feel like the Astros are the better team this year. I don't see. I see the Phillies being hot, but I can see them ending that very quickly. The Astros with a reality check in this series as well. So I'm going to take the Astros in 5, and I'm going to take our guy that you said was a little bit of a slump, even though they went 7-0. I'm going to take Alvarez as the MVP in this series.
That would be awesome. But okay. Ryan, you're not here, but you're watching, I'm sure, far and away. So look into my eyes as I say this, because I said the Cardinals were going to beat the Phillies. That didn't happen. I said the Braves were going to beat the Phillies. That didn't happen. I kind of said the Padres beat the Phillies. That didn't happen. You're welcome. I'm the MVP, you motherfucker. So look into my eyes, Ryan, as I say this. The Houston Astros will win in 5 games. That's when this World Series will be over.
Jesus. Man, you guys are boring.
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 What?
So you really think that the 2 of the hottest pitchers in the playoffs aren't going to each one of them can't come out with 1 victory? You think the Astros bats are that good that they're going to knock down Wheeler and Nola?
No, but I think
Did
the
you not
Phillies
hear-
defense is that bad that they can make an error.
That is true.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'll give you
I
that.
feel like
I mean,
I just feel like the Astros can win more ways.
Yeah,
That's my
that is
thing.
true. That is very true. But also,
Okay, I'll give you
Josh,
that
did you
argument.
not hear a fucking word I just said? Like, look into my
Yeah, I
eyes,
heard
the
it.
Astros.
You called it in 5.
You're twitching.
At-
I would have said the Stars are gonna
Astros
sweep.
in 5.
Hey, I know I missed your Cardinal shit today, but who's this Jordan Walker kid?
He's the next MVP,
Yo.
Rookie of the Year, All-Star.
Let's not go anywhere.
Go to that door right over there and start knocking the shit out of it, okay? Knock on
I
some
was like,
heavy
he's the
wood.
Pirates fan down here. He's got the superstar coming.
Thank you.
What fucking
You heard of
door?
Neil Cruz or O'Neill Cruz, right?
Yeah, he's got the guy coming.
Jordan Walker will be better.
Really? Dang.
He's supposed to be top 5 prospect in Major
All
League
time?
Baseball.
Man,
In
Cruz
mid-
is pretty legit.
Who's the kid down there knocking Addict? What's his name? Hitting fucking shots at the deck down there in fall ball. I don't know why all of a sudden I got all these Cardinal fucking updates on my phone, and I'm like on Twitter, and I'm like,
They're everywhere, man.
like
They're
what the fuck am I following?
You following
I just-
that?
I just want to. Well, it's because the Pirates don't really have much to talk about, so they figured they'd talk about the Cardinals for a second.
cheap shot.
But let me
Yes.
ask this.
How
Let
do
me
you not
ask-
feel when Brian Reynolds is playing in the Cardinals jersey, Adam?
Okay, that's not going to happen.
That's
What
not-
the fuck?
Let me ask this question though, because so we asked this question to Jason a couple of weeks ago, and we asked like, the Dodgers losing to the Padres in the NLDS, does it kind of cheapen the 2020 World Series win? Can I ask the same thing about the Astros? If they lose, does this cheapen the 2017 World Series.
Absolutely. They have to win another one. They have to. That's
And
why this. I mean, that's why I said if they lose game one in a gut punch, take what I said out the window. That change. I'm banking on them winning that game one and taking it from there because baseball is, like you guys said, a game that can go in streaks. So I'm sensed that with the Astros, but yeah, they definitely have to win this one.
Yeah.
I mean, banging on the trash can, man. What do you? John Boy did it. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, what's more obvious than that? I mean,
It's so amazing how we didn't even see that until John Boy kind of pulled that out, and then Ken Rosenthal
nobody
broke
did
the
that.
sword.
That's what makes what he does crazy.
Yeah, it's just so weird. Josh, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely. If they don't win this one, and let me phrase it this way: if they don't win in convincing fashion, sweep or win in 5, absolutely cheapens the last World Series they had.
More than it already did, but we should say.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I mean,
obviously,
it's going to make it look even worse. The Astros far and away have a much better pitching staff. They have just as many guys on the team that can hit. If Altuve stays cold, then I think that's going to be a deciding factor because he is such a threat when he's hot. I just got to go back to the Phillies. If Schwarber and Harper and Hoskins stay hot, I don't know. I mean, Verlander will probably shut him down, but I don't trust the rest of the Houston pitching right now because I haven't seen them enough. I've watched enough Verlander games this year to be confident in what he's going to bring to the table, and I know Houston statistically has the best pitching staff, and I agree to it. I just don't know how the matchup is going to be. Stats are one thing, but when it comes to playoff baseball, it's all about matchups and who's hot.
I think Verlander gets the 2 wins for the Astros.
Yeah, and
I think he does. I think he does go twice.
just Verlander.
Goes twice in the series.
Yeah, no, I'm just you think just Verlander gets the 2 wins? I would have him
For the
as a no
Astros, I'm
decision.
saying the Phillies win 4-2.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying you think Valdez or Framber Valdez or McCullers.
No, I think the
who's
Phillies
other-
are going to hit him.
Javier doesn't.
For the Astros, I'm saying the Phillies.
What the hell? What the heck is going on? Yeah,
Who's playing a video game?
I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I think it does definitely cheapen the deal. I think the Astros definitely need it, even though not all the players are on that team still. Carlos Beltran, Correa, they still have that core group, and Altuve is kind of the one that needs to prove it. It seems like more, even Bregman to a certain extent. Although I will be sad because Josh is going to hate me for this. I like Dusty Baker. I think he's cool, and I want him to win a World Series. So
You've been muted. You're not allowed to like Dusty Baker.
you son of a whore.
I'm sorry, his name is Mike Antico.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Mike Antico. I figured you were going to ask about Moises Gomez.
Anyways, well,
He's in your Salt River team right now.
Salt River.
I'll
Okay.
look into it.
Anyways, any last thoughts on this World Series before we leave?
Can I ask you guys a general question, just as baseball fans, about the World Series?
Yeah.
Okay.
My last thought would be just curious. I mean, not even. I know obviously we're fans of a team, but just like give me your favorite World Series like kind of moment that you kind of remember, good or bad, that kind of just stands out. It doesn't have to always necessarily involve your favorite team. I'm assuming for Cardinals fans, David Freese, but just kind of maybe another general moment that stands out. If you guys got one, I'm just curious as a baseball fan.
I talk about this all the time. My favorite World Series, aside from the 2011, is the 2019 World Series. Just, I mean, it was so fun. Yeah, Nationals, Astros. Not one. The home team never won a game, and it was fun. And I will say there is a little bit of a caveat to that. I was watching the games in a big screen on a cruise, chugging a bunch of beers next to a lady in a swimsuit. So that probably, if I rewatched it, it probably isn't as great. But I mean, Trey Turner being awesome.
So you were watching
Juan Soto.
baseball instead of the chick.
I was watching. Listen, I am not a simp.
Okay,
I watch
Logan.
baseball over the woman. But I mean, Howie Kendrick coming out, the Baby Shark thing. The only time that song has ever been good was whenever. I know you're probably, as a dad, you're probably like,
I have 3 kids, damn you.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you probably are like, fuck this song.
I know my daughter used to have this.
I've been able to keep it away from my daughter.
Yeah, please do it. I swear. What do you got, Adam? You got with it?
You know, I really felt good for Jim Leland in '97 when he won it with the Marlins.
And what a great World Series.
And
One out of my
that
brain.
Indians team was coming off of 3 runs in a row at it. I had Mark Trumbo on my show last night. We were talking sports by the lake last night. And, you know, he was like, that was probably one of the best World Series he's seen as well. He was the PA announcer for it, actually.
Oh, nice.
And I just felt really good for Jim Leland in that series. John Wayner, too. Yeah, you just remember him standing there just in awe, like for that 1 second. They always show that one shot of Leland winning the World Series with the Marlins.
Was that when he
And
was
all the
smoking
shit he
that
went through
cigarette?
at Pittsburgh where Bonds couldn't throw out fucking Bream at the plate.
You're not salty about that, are you?
I hate
That's
that.
a great call. I had that actually on my list as one of them.
That one?
That one's on my list. One of the all-time one, though, to me. I don't necessarily like the Yankees, but they lost, so it's even better. Is that Diamondbacks Yankees World Series?
The Luis Gonzalez hit up the middle.
It's just as good as it gets with the drama in New York with the 9/11 and the home runs by Brocious and Martinez, and then you have Kim blow it back-to-back like that. And then you have the Rivera, the best closer in the history of the game. You had Johnson coming in showing. To me, that's the best one. And then I thought yours, Logan, was pretty good too. So I thought that was a good World Series as well. Those are, to me, that's the best one, though. That Yankees D-back one's going to be hard to beat. Your Rangers-Cardinals gave it a real run for its money, though.
I think
It's just Game 7 wasn't as good as Game 6.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, you want to? I mean, if we're talking one game, it was definitely John Smoltz for Jack Norris.
Yeah, for sure. If we're going one game, that game was ridiculous.
I mean, that pitching duel, they both went, 9?
10.
They both went 10. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Smoltz went 9, but the other guy went 10 for the Twins. That will never happen again.
No, not with analytics ruining the fucking game.
Because analytics ruin baseball. So I would have to say I got 3 big ones. One is before my time, and the only reason I know about it is because I've watched the film of it, was the 82 World Series.
Oh, that must have been the Cardinals, huh? Aussie guy.
Yeah.
One of his few home runs.
82 World Series was great, even though I wasn't alive for it. Then I got to put the D-backs one is up there as well, but the Cleveland Indians last World Series they got.
That the Cubs, Cleveland Cubs, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chapman.
We should have beat the fucking
What?
Cubs.
That was a great World Series.
Josh, did you just say that the Cubs and
I
Indians
forgot
World
about
Series
that.
was a good one?
I forgot.
No, the one that the Indians won.
The Indians
Oh.
haven't won one. The Cubs beat the Indians.
Yeah,
96.
the last time the
Rajay Davis tied it up, but the Cubs won.
I thought Cleveland won one recently.
96. Were you born? I don't know if you were born yet.
Was it 96? I thought it was like 54.
I think they're
95,
the longest
96,
team that has
right?
gone without winning one now.
Maybe I just footballed the whole segment there.
Well, you didn't poop on anything. That's a fantastic one.
Maybe you just missed Game 7.
Maybe I did.
And how they were 16 outs away from winning.
Wasn't the Royals and the Giants a 7-game series?
No, I think the Giants won in 5.
Is that fight where Bumgarner came in?
Sandoval
Hold on. The Cubs won in 16,
and
right?
made the final out,
Yeah.
right?
The Cubs won. They beat the Indians.
Yeah,
The Royals won
Yeah,
the
Chris
year
Bryant
before.
has a World Series.
Royals won the year before to the Mets.
I thought Cleveland won 16. No, I thought the Cleveland went another time. My fault. Yeah, I guess it was
1948.
the Cubs series was a good one. My bad.
You just screwed over Indians fans / Guardians. You said.
Yeah.
He hates the Cubs so much. Even when they won, they still lost.
That's a great point.
He's changed his entire mind because he hates the Cubs so much.
Sorry to get you off on a tangent, Logan. I just love baseball. I love hearing fans say what their favorite moments are.
I love hearing
that too.
I love
to me
hearing
also
these
one I want to mention just because I love it is that Marlins Yankees one too. Beckett was so, I just
2003.
people forget how good Beckett
Josh
was in
Beckett.
that World Series right there.
He was a beast.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah. Then he went over to the Red Sox and fuck him. Anyways, the Marlins. That was an odd team too. You watch that.
Yeah.
You watch there's a documentary. I think it's like Stark Reviews or something. They do like small documentaries. I think it's like Major League Rewind. They talk about how odd the 2003 Marlins were. It's a great video on YouTube.
What a great team if they could have kept that together too.
Yeah, I mean, good Lord, Miguel Cabrera, Josh Beckett. Who else
Didn't
was
they
on that
hire an
team?
old manager too that year or something like that? Like halfway through, right? They hired Jack McKinnon or something like that.
Was
that his name? Like Trader Jack or something? He's 80 years old or something crazy like that.
That team was. You're right. That team was a crazy team.
They had some good players on the team though.
Jack McKinnon. Why did I want to say it was Bobby Valentine? I don't know. Anyways,
That's all right. I screwed up historically. You can too. It happens.
yeah, I don't know.
You do enough of these things, man. You do enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Do we have anything else to say? Josh, do you have any words of wisdom to say?
So we're going into a holiday weekend. Everybody take your kids trick-or-treating, put them to bed, and then have a hell of a good time. Enjoy
Make
the
sure there are
World
no
Series.
razor blades in the candy.
Yeah, check all your kids' candy because the world's so screwed up. You never know what people will do to kids anymore. So make sure you take out your dad or your mom
for
tax.
yourself too.
Yes.
Make your kids pay the mom or dad tax. Get your share of the
Parent
candy.
tax.
I know I had a big candy bar. I don't know.
I don't know where
Darren-
it went.
Do you have any words of wisdom to say?
He just gives me. I love it.
Bet the Astros in 5. Be smart, people. Take the Astros in 5. You heard it here first on the 7th inning stretch. I look forward. I hope I can join you, gentlemen, or I don't know if Josh or Adam. I hope I can join you live for Game 2 for at least a little bit. Aren't you doing something like that?
Oh yeah, we're going
Gina's
live.
going to join Saturday. I know Gina's talking about joining Saturday.
Yeah, Gina was saying she would come on.
And
on
Monday is
Saturday.
Then Monday's the overreaction show.
The overreaction. Oh yeah.
For her. Yeah, her show.
But yeah, we are going live on Game 2 of the World Series.
What time is game 1 or game
Fuck
2?
it, I know.
What is it?
It's gonna be about 6, I would think, right?
Sorry,
anyways.
I'm on the West Coast time.
Oh yeah, so 4 your time.
It's right in the middle of trick or treating here. Damn it!
Oh, it's Saturday, is it? 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we're doing
Central.
it Saturday here
Our time.
because our work is closed, so we don't drive around and hit kids.
Nice.
You just sit around and hate kids. Okay.
So I'm going to go to my sister's house and have some beers and pass out candy.
Nice.
Or I'm
Nice.
going to sit in the back on that nice deck they have and drink beer.
Nice.
Or maybe I'll drink some whiskey. Not sure.
You don't even
Either
like
way,
it.
we're doing something entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing something.
So maybe I'll take my little laptop and join you from the
Great Beyond.
deck. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Most definitely. Everyone, be sure to come on Saturday. I think that's the only show we have this week, right? And then Monday we're doing a live watch along too. It'll be spooky. No, shut up.
Are you going to set up a camera this time
No, it's too much work.
and call it the dog camera?
I'll call you the dog camera. Anyways,
And just have it facing the TV so that way, you can call the dog and it can jump in and we won't be shut down.
I don't want to do that. This is so much work, and also takes up way too much data. Anyways, live long.
Wait, you don't have unlimited data?
I do. I just don't. I
And how
don't.
does it take up data, you dumbass?
It's the internet. The internet Wi-Fi dedicated WAM or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
Shut one over the wire, you dipshit.
I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
I just love this guy, man. I love.
And he's just so blunt, and he's just
I
mild.
know. I love him. He's like. My dad was a firefighter, so bluntness is right up my alley. I appreciate that stuff.
Oh, Josh, come on. I see you looking at the TV at your house.
Yeah,
I see
so
you at the TV right now.
That's because he gets bored of the show.
no,
Honestly.
I'll get bored.
I bore him.
I think you should do the stretch like in the middle of the show every once in a while.
Just as I'm talking, just go.
Yeah.
This old man moan.
I think it'd be good.
That's funny.
We'll look into that. I'll look
Hold on,
into
we're
that.
doing a watch along Monday night.
Monday Night Raw.
Some of us are.
Let's say I got a hockey game Monday night. It's Halloween.
I know.
I'm gonna miss both
They
watch
didn't let you do it on the weekend.
What?
No, we do. Well,
Game 3 is on Monday.
I know.
I know, but I was just asking
Oh.
Josh why they don't allow kids to do trick or treating on Saturday, which is more beneficial for parents and everyone else because they're off work and don't have to like worry about homework and shit. Kids eating all the sugar, staying up late at night.
It's because parents don't want to stay up too late and have crazy kids on a school night. You gotta
Dude,
think.
my
when I was
kids
trick or
don't
treating
care.
and Thriller was coming out, man, like everyone was home. Like there wasn't a soul on the damn street. Everyone wanted to see Thriller on MTV back when they played music videos.
Back in my day. Oh my gosh, you're older than Josh. Anyways,
He is
live
older
long.
than
Yeah, there's a first. How does it feel to
You're
have
at
two
home.
fossils on the
You're
same show, Darren?
Huh? I just like how
How old
I
are
like
you?
how he can be blunt, but he's like, "There's a reason we don't do trick or treat on Saturday. It's called October 29th." It's good.
It's like after you turn 21. It's like after you
Sorry,
turn
Logan, I know
21,
this is
you
off
can
the rails,
celebrate your
man.
birthday
Yeah.
any day within those 3 days on the weekend.
This is turning
I-
into the Saggy Nuts
I agree,
podcast,
but-
guys.
My kid's little, so I'm trying to make sure she gets the traditionalness of the holidays down correctly.
You're gonna be one of those parents that drags their kids. Go to the next house. We need more candy.
Damn right. We don't buy candy in my house.
Game 1 Friday, Logan. I'm looking forward to it now. Looking forward to it. Game 1 Friday, Logan. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good.
Start off
Live
work,
long.
a little
Watch some
wound
damn
up.
baseball.